Let's talk about Meghan Markle because there are, of course, reports that Meghan's Netflix series may have been given the axe. Plenty of royal experts say that they're not surprised at all by that. What do you make of this? What are your predictions for Meghan?
Oh, look, I'm not surprised. I think Series 3 was really sort of, drawing a long bow in a way. And I do feel in a way too that she hasn't really made the proper pivot. People still see her as a person whinging to Oprah with her husband. They still see her as a grievance person, and the fallout from Harry's memoir, I think, is still reverberating through the family. So I also think just because you marry a prince doesn't mean you can become a lifestyle guru. She really thought in a way she could just sort of rock up and become the new Martha Stewart. And the problem is she's inauthentic, and people have to like you to want to go into your TV kitchen or your mate's kitchen or whatever it is. So she's dropped the ball there. And I think for the rest of the year there'll be a lot of spotlight on what her plans are, and will she come up with a strategy? Probably not. I think the game changer will be if she does go to the UK mid-year with Harry, because he's going out there for some pre-events for Invictus next year. So, look, if she does go, it could be an opportunity for her to, ingratiate herself with the public. But
good luck.
Exactly. Yeah, I think there's no way back for her with the public. I
don't think so. I don't think they'd be happy to see her there. But we'll watch this space very closely. But of course, we have to get to this huge news and entertainment around the Beckhams and the fallout around that family. Victoria and David Beckham have now shared this message about memories with Brooklyn. This is kind of the first time Victoria has made public comments since her son's explosive rant on Instagram. Can you talk to us about the message from Victoria, and also I want to get your thoughts on the potential brand damage that this has done to the Beckhams brand? Yeah, look,
they're all both posting sort of nostalgic comments. You can see from that photograph there, you can see David's Brooklyn tattoo very clearly there on his back. And, there's some lovely footage which was taken by the photographer at the time of Brooklyn running on set and spontaneously hugging his dad, which of course is what children do, and then Victoria's part of the hug as well. So, look, it's an opportunity, I think, for them to retreat in a way. I know that from dealing with the Beckhams and seeing what they do, that when there's a crisis, they go straight into brand management on steroids, really. And that's clearly what this is as well. They can't control what Brooklyn says about them, but they can control what they pump out on social media. And I thought that was interesting too, that Victoria was at Emma Bunton's 50th on the weekend, and she posed up with the Spice Girls. And the Spice Girls is Victoria's, safety blanket. That was her peak of her career 30 years ago. No one can really, criticise her for that, when there was always some sort of discussion about how good a singer she was. But as far as being a brand for Spice Girls, she was 100% on board with that. So to have the girls around her, or the women rather, around her and saying how much she loved it, and David chipping in and saying, oh, it was wonderful too, I think will do a lot to boost her confidence and hopefully turn the narrative more towards them. Will it destroy brand Beckham, what Brooklyn's done? I don't think so. I think there's a lot of experience in papering over dramas. We've got the issue with David and the alleged affair many, many years ago. They managed to survive that. So I think eventually Brooklyn will come to his senses and realise that he only has one mum and dad and one family. And although he's proving a point, there is a better way to do it. There's plenty of rich kids who leave the family situation and don't blow up the whole relationship. And I think if he's looking to Harry as a great example, he should be looking well away from that.
Look anywhere else. Do not look at Harry. I think we could all learn a lesson from that.
Absolutely.
Don't do a Brooklyn Beckham or a Prince Harry, please. But that, of course, may take some time. Louise Roberts, thank you so much for joining us.
Great to see you. Thank you.